Hey, what's up everybody? Got a rather interesting one here for you I found in the case B. This is menu 14, Ratatouille, mixed vegetables, and Penne. I think that's how you pronounce that. Yeah, it's a rather interesting menu. I haven't seen a lot of reviews of this one yet, so I figured I'd go ahead and give this one a try and see what's going on inside of it. But let's go ahead and open it up and see what's going on. I'm pretty curious about this one. It sounds like it'd be a pretty good menu, so let's see how the U.S. military does its take on this particular menu. Go ahead and open it up. I figured I'd try a different area. This is my dining room table, and it seems like it's pretty big. It's a lot bigger than where I was doing it before, so I think this might be my new permanent spot. I like how much bigger this area is. I just had to clear out an area here. Alrighty, so of course out of the main pouch you get the famous MRE inner pouch that has all the goodies inside of it. Oh, popped it right open there. Do that. Alright, we have our... Okay, here's our main. This is our Ratatouille. It was packed the 282nd day of 2015. That's pretty cool. It feels kind of... I don't know, it doesn't feel very dense. It just feels kind of... It's kind of heavy, but it don't feel very dense. I don't know how you explain that. So here's our sleeve, and it actually says Penne pasta, which now tells me this is going to be some kind of a pasta dish. And then that cool sleeve that has all that helpful information about rations and performance and all that cool stuff for the troops. Yeah, there's our sleeve for our main meal here. Ooh, check that out. I haven't seen that yet. There's a nice little pouch of pears. I like pears pretty good, and that's going to be interesting to see this menu's take on the pears. It's funny, it says diced pears and heavy syrup, and it says right there MRE. That's pretty cool, MRE's little logo on that pouch. I don't think I've seen that yet. The main doesn't have it, so I don't know. That's pretty cool. Oops, there went the sleeve. I like this space too because I can actually lay stuff out like a lot better. So we'll give this space out a try and see if I can actually like lay stuff out so that it shows up. Have our accessory pack, cinnamon gum, toilet paper, matches, moist towelette, coffee, and creamer, possibly. Might be sugar in there somewhere. Oh boy, well here's the nut and raisin mix. I'm not a big fan of nut and raisin mix, so we'll skip the nut and raisin mix. I'll tell you right now, I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, there's the nut and raisin mix. I think they need to go for a better snack. Nut and raisin mix just seems to be like the thing they go for when they can't think of what snack to put in one. They're like, oh, let's just throw nut and raisin mix for the 400th time. We got our standard MRE crackers. Now these crackers are starting to become I feel like they're starting to become a thing of the past. The newer rations you get, you hardly find the vegetable crackers in them anymore. And the vegetable crackers were packed the 273rd day of 2015. So that's pretty cool. We got that going there. Oh boy! And here's the peanut butter that I mentioned in the last ration review. That it seems like that they put in about 75% of rations, they put peanut butter in there. So we got the peanut butter, and it's going to obviously have to go in the crackers. So we got crackers and peanut butter, the military's go-to for quick, easy protein, as well as the nut and raisin mix. That's another source of easy protein and nutrition. So we'll lay the peanut butter on top of the crackers because that's where that's going, obviously. And here we have a Type 2 chocolate dairy shake. And it says here that it's actually fortified with calcium and vitamin D. That's pretty interesting. So we're thinking what this is going to make is like a milkshake type deal. So we got that going for it. We have our tried and true traditional brown MRE spoon. We have our other tried and true U.S. government issued flameless ration heater. And we have our hot beverage bag. This ration, I don't think we're going to be able to use it. We didn't get no beverage base, we just got coffee, which, you know, unless the beverage base is inside the accessory packet, I'll crack the accessory packet open and see what we got. Oh, and here's some Bulliard's pepper sauce. That's interesting. I almost didn't even see that laying there. Alright, out of the accessory pack, we have our matches, cinnamon gum, the toilet paper, moist towelette, sugar, iodized salt for the flameless ration heater, and save some for your main, I guess. Okay, coffee instant type 3 and your non-dairy creamer. So yeah, we got no beverage base in this one. We just got the type 2 chocolate dairy shake that they're relying on for your main drink and your coffee. The coffee's probably I don't know. It's going to be interesting, I guess. We might try the hot beverage bag. It says to put in a flameless ration heater. So, looking at everything that we got laid out here, I don't think we got anything else that needs to go in the flameless ration heater besides the main. So we might have room to slide that in there. Give that a whirl, just like the directions say. Add beverage powder. Okay. These little beverage bags, I was just reading the instructions on it. These beverage bags for coffee are more or less a joke. If you've ever tried to make coffee with these, and I've tried it per the instructions, and they leak everywhere. I had coffee mixture leak out all into my FRH, and it pretty much just ruined the FRH's performance. So that's definitely not recommended. So what I'm going to try this time with the beverage bag to make the coffee is I'm going to just try and do just plain water, just cold water, and let the FRH heat the water up. So that way if it leaks, well, you're just going to have plain water go in the FRH, and you're not going to really ruin the FRH's performance by having coffee go everywhere. So, still using our El Cheapo canteen here. Sounds like there's still water in there from the last ration review I did. There should be enough to get everything going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the 6 ounces of water in this beverage bag, and then go ahead and open the FRH and get the main in there, and then we'll put the hot beverage bag in there, and we'll try and do them simultaneously and see if we get better results that way. So then we'll go over to the sink to fill this up, so if I spill water, it don't go all over my table. It goes in the sink. I'll be right back. So I've filled up to the 6 ounce mark on this beverage bag, and the coffee, it's like, if you can it would probably show up. Yeah, it looks like I'm right below the 6 ounce mark, but that's probably still too much water for this coffee, honestly. Type 3 coffee is really weak, so that's going to be our attempt at making use of the hot beverage bag other than using it for beverage base, which is what I normally do. So let's go ahead and open up this FRH and get our main in there and get the water. Let's put the water in there first, actually. Let's take the element out, and we'll just go ahead and put the water in there. Alright, I got the appropriated amount of water in the FRH, and we'll go ahead and crack open our salt and get some salt in there, because yeah, you're definitely going to need it. As old as these rations are, they're still good, but the FRHs, I think I mentioned before, the FRHs are only good for about the first 6 months to a year from the pack date. Salted water. There's the main and the heating element. I might have to look up the patent number for this heating element and just and get kind of a laugh at what it might say on the internet with the patent number for that. I'm kind of curious. The U.S. government tends to word things really hilariously, I've noticed. This is kind of a tricky ordeal sometimes. Alright. We got the main down in there. We're just going to slide our pouch down in there. At the bottom. Get our hot beverage bag in there. If it'll go. These beverage bags are finished. Like, I don't know how they expected this to work. You know what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to let the air out of the hot beverage bag. It's too. It wouldn't fit. Maybe we got a little bit better shot here from this one. What's going on? Where's it going? Well, I got it kind of stuffed down in there somewhat. It's probably not going to work quite like it should, but we might have hot coffee, we might not. Go ahead and roll this down a couple times here. Get in that sleeve. I think they were more or less intending the hot beverage bag to be in FRH all by itself. But to me, I can't really see what the purpose, just using a whole FRH for just a hot beverage bag, knowing it's just going to leak and ruin the FRH. I mean, just do the water and heat your main up at the same time and do it that way. I feel like that's the better way to do that. We'll go ahead and hold this flat for a little bit and get that heating element saturated. Let that thing get warm, and we might have hot water for coffee. We might have lukewarm water for coffee. We might have cold coffee. It all depends on what this experiment's going to prevail. So I don't feel any heat yet, but I know that pad has got to be getting saturated on now, so we should be, any second here, we should be taking off. Oh yeah. I can actually hear some satisfying sounds of an FRH taking off, so we'll have heat here in just a second. Everybody who has ever done these FRHs knows the exact sound I'm talking about. That satisfying little, kind of like boiling water sound that you get off of them when they start reacting with the water. They just make that sizzle sound, almost like the same sizzle you get in a pop when you open up a pop and you listen to it and it's just bubbling and stuff. I like that sound for some reason. It's a very satisfying sound. Okay. Still kind of thinking that trying to use that beverage bag in FRH as long as the main might be a bad idea, but it's also a bad idea to waste a whole FRH on just the hot water bag. That's just my opinion though. Everybody does their own thing with these things. I think I can feel the bottom of it starting to get a tad more in there. Yeah, it's starting to cook off now. So I just picked up my Esbit stove I bought right here. I bought this Esbit stove at my local Walmart, just more or less is just to kind of try stuff out. The camping section, they have like makeshift rations and stuff. I thought it'd be kind of cool to get one of their Esbit stoves and try it out. But we're going to use the Esbit stove from Walmart as our rock or something to put the FRH on, so it can do its thing. Next up, we're going to make our Type 2 chocolate berry shake. Get this thing cooking off. So what we're going to do is you got to tear the top of it off, and it's got like a little Ziploc seal. Crack open that seal, and there should be like it just looks like a powder. There's actually quite a lot of powder in that. That's going to make a lot of shake. It's going to be really thick. Shake it up a little bit and get some of that powder down, because there's a fill line about halfway down, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the package on that fill line so that I can get a fill line that forms on the inside of the pouch, so I know how much water to put into it. So it looks like the powder goes up to the fill line, so you're going to put fluid up to the fill line. It's going to be like 50-50 water and shake. That's going to be kind of thick. So it should be good though. What you do is you just kind of fold it at that fill line, and then you just kind of like crease it right on that fill line. Oh, moving a little bit. You just kind of put a nice sharp crease on that fill line, so that now when you look down in there, you should see a preformed fill line there. Yeah, I see it. Alright. Back over to the sink to try and use the rest of this water, this berry shake. So you're going to have approximately 50% water and 50% milkshake solution to this. And I kind of wonder if there's real milk in this. So it says sodium caseinate, a milk derivative. So it says contains milk and soy, so there is some sort of ingredient from milk in there to make a sort of milk. So then what you're going to do is you're going to shake this around pretty violently like this and kind of give it a good once over. That's a shaking. And kind of press on the corners to get the solution out of the corner. Shake that up a little bit. Give that about like that. And then what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and set that off to the back here, right beside the FRH. Yeah, I think that FRH is working pretty good. Oh yeah, it's hot. That FRH is working pretty good. And then we have our crackers. I guess we might as well open up our crackers. Sugar, coffee, creamer. I'm just trying to go through everything and see what all I've got left to open up. Make sure I don't miss anything. Peanut butter and crackers is just like, oh well. I mean, for this menu here, I think I would have rather seen like cheese spread or something in this instead of peanut butter to go on the crackers. I mean, peanut butter is just, you know, I think they put peanut butter in way too many menus out of both cases. I mean, if you like peanut butter, I guess that's a good thing, but I mean, I like peanut butter to an extent, but I don't like eating peanut butter like on a daily basis. I'm not that hardcore on peanut butter. Alright, let's see. The peanut butter itself was packaged. It's even going to show up. Two 231st day of 2015. So this was, everything in this was packed, you know, pretty late in the 2015 year. So it's almost a 2016 MRE. Let's see if we get a little hiss out of this. We should. Yeah, there's a little bit. I don't know if it came up on camera though. The heat just kicked on in the house, so the hiss might not have made it across the microphone. Hopefully it did. And surprisingly, we was able to get both crackers out pretty much intact. That's amazing. Get our peanut butter opened up here, which might be a task in itself. Oh, okay, here it is. It already ripped in one spot. I managed to actually tear it open and leave somewhat of a corner, but it's still way too big. Like, you're not going to have no control over that. See, it's just like coming all out in a big glob. Oh well. I think it's also kind of interesting on some of these packages, like it'll say the maker of the actual packs. Like on this peanut butter, it says Thermopack LLC, Stone Mountain, Georgia. So you think about the distance that the packaging has traveled. And I just dropped peanut butter on the table. Well, that's going to be a nice mess to try to clean up. But you try to think of the distance that all the components to make an MRE has to travel across the country just to make it into an MRE. It's kind of mind-boggling. Like, for instance, the packaging for this peanut butter traveled from Georgia to Ameriqual to who knows where else after it left Ameriqual. Maybe it went to the military for a while, and the military put it in storage, and then it finally made its way to Amazon, where I purchased the ration all the way to my house. I mean, the trip that this stuff makes is kind of mind-boggling. Tastes like standard peanut butter. The other cracker I'm going to save and possibly put in the main. I like using crackers in mains if I ever get the possibility. Oh, how convenient! Found another MRE spoon. We'll try and goop up this peanut butter. Still tastes like your standard issue peanut butter, but give that FRH another few minutes to work over there. That peanut butter is very thirst provoking, and I don't know. You think that'd be one of the worst things to put in a ration? Something that's going to make you want to drink more fluids. If you don't have very much fluids to drink, like this particular menu, it came with the dairy shake and the coffee, and that was it. I mean, then you got peanut butter in here in your canteen. I mean, you're going to be drinking. If you're trying to survive and you ain't got a lot of water source besides the drinks they give you in the canteen or the drinks they give you in the ration, man, it's going to be. You're going to be scrounging for something to drink after a while. After a while, the peanut butter. Some nut raisin mix. Oh, here's something else we can try. Give our diced pears a look and see what we got going on in here. The last time I had MRE pears, they were really good. I think I did mention that I hadn't seen it before, but I forgot. I did get them in a case A meal. I don't remember which meal that was, but it did have pears with it too, and I forgot all about it. Yeah. My apologies on that. I thought I hadn't seen this before, and then realized later I did, but forgot. All right, opened up the spoon there, and the pears are more or less like diced form. You can oops, dripped a little bit, but you can kind of see they're kind of like a diced form, and they're in this like really thick, mucusy type syrup down the hatch. Those are really good. Still nice and fresh. where we want to set that. That's not going to work. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to stand here and eat the pears in one go. That is one thing I gotta say about some of the other rations, like some of the other foreign rations, they come in, their mains and side dishes come in these standalone retort pouches, and I think that's pretty handy, and I think that's kind of the route that the US MRE could go with their retort pouches with their mains and side dishes. Like, get that stuff in a standalone pouch, retort pouch, so like you can stain this stuff up and not have to worry about trying to just eat everything all at once or be rushed to eat everything if you got the time. Now I know there is obviously times where they're going to be on the go and you ain't even going to be able to cook this stuff. That's why it's pre-cooked and you're just heating it up. Yeah, the pears are awesome. Very sweet. That syrup gives the pears a nice flavor and a nice body. Of course, the pears by themselves would probably be really firm and crunchy like an apple. But this syrup that they come in makes the pears really soft and tender and easy to eat. It's easy and quick to eat. Really good. This is like probably one of the fun foods of the MRE to me. You get this nice little fruit dessert essentially with this meal. It's kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like meant to be kind of eaten all at once while you're waiting for your FRH to cook up over there. You kind of got, you can stand there, you can stand around and eat these peaches, or if you're lucky enough, sit around and eat the peaches while waiting for your FRH to cook up. And as you can see, I just completely decimated those peaches. That was it goes to show how much I really like those peaches. A couple of spoonfuls of those things and they was gone. Alright, so we got the peaches ate. Or eaten, or whatever you're supposed to say. We got the peanut butter on the crackers. We got the other cracker for the main if it need be. The dairy shake. We could probably give this dairy shake a try. Now it's probably reconstituted and turned into its form that it's supposed to take. So we'll go ahead and crack open this dairy shake and give it a try. I think I do remember this dairy shake in another menu too, in the case A. I don't remember what menu it came in either. But if I run into it again in the other case, I'll document it. And that way I what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a baseline to know what comes in every menu by trying them all, so that I know the next time around I know which menu that I like everything of the best, and just stick to that case that has those menus. Or so far, both cases have been pretty good. I can't really think of nothing too off the bat about either one of them, other than the massive overuse of peanut butter. But that decision is just, it's above everybody who's eating rations. I mean, they throw what they feel like works the best. So. Let's go ahead and give this dairy shake a try. It looks like it did reconstitute pretty good. I don't know if it'll come up on camera very well, but you can kind of probably see it down in there a little bit. Yeah, you can't really see. It's too dark down there. Okay, there we go, a little bit. Down on the very bottom, you can kind of see a little brownish, thick fluid down the bottom there. That's the dairy shake. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that's definitely thick, alright. That's more than a shake. That's almost like a chocolate mousse. Chocolate pudding, it's so thick. That's crazy thick. I don't remember my last one that I had in the case A being that thick. Maybe I didn't add enough water to it, I don't know. But I think I like it like that a lot better than the last time, though, because it seemed like it's more of something than just another liquid that you just drink up in like 2 seconds or whatever. But yeah, and it has this very, very artificial chocolate flavor. Like it tastes like Palmer chocolate. Like if you ever get those Palmer chocolate candies around Easter time, it's just got that very, very artificial fake chocolate flavor to it that the Palmer chocolate traditionally has. That dairy shake right there, it's over here somewhere, out of camera, but that dairy shake has that same kind of artificial chocolate flavor, and it's very, very strong of artificial chocolate. Next up, I guess we could try our cookie, or not our cookie, but our cracker and peanut butter. And as I tried to pick up the cracker, a piece of the cracker came off in my fingers. So much for bragging on the cracker coming out in a whole piece when it just breaks off as you try to handle it to eat it. These vegetable crackers are just trying the cracker by itself. Wow, I haven't had the vegetable crackers in so long I've almost forgotten what they taste like. About every other ration that I've reviewed out of the case B has always come with the wheat snack bread, and I forgot what the MRE crackers taste like. But yeah, it just has this very pronounced vegetable shortening flavor to it. Very good, but I wish these crackers were salted like the old school MRE crackers used to be. I think salt would take these crackers to the next level. Of course, you get salt, but you can't put the salt on the crackers. It'll just fall off and go everywhere. So, I mean, the salt has to be baked into the crackers like it used to be. I wish MRE MRE crackers were salted, I think they'd be like 10 times better. But they're still good, but I like salted crackers the best. Yeah, I guess you could say the peanut butter on the cracker makes it a little bit better for the peanut butter. It actually makes the peanut butter make more sense, believe it or not. You can't hardly beat a good old-fashioned cracker with peanut butter on it, and that's exactly what they were going for with it. They just wanted a simple, down-home snack that everybody's familiar with. And absolutely everybody's familiar with crackers and peanut butter. But I was always more fond growing up with crackers. Crackers and cheese was my thing. I always liked eating cheese on crackers, and I still do. I just don't do it as often. So that should be about everything other than the main in the nut raisin mix. And I'm not a fan of the nut raisin mix, so if you don't mind, I'm going to skip the nut raisin mix. But I'll tell you what's in the nut raisin mix as far as what nuts is in it. And it's got peanuts, walnuts, almonds, filberts, codeine alcohol, which is some kind of alcohol. But the actual nuts is peanuts, walnuts, almonds, and filberts. I have no idea what filberts even is. And then to add a little bit of a sweet effect to the mix and call it a mix, they have raisins in there. But it just tastes like your basic trail mix is all it is. And I'm not a fan of trail mix. The reason I don't like nut and raisin mix is because when you put the raisins in with the nuts, for whatever reason, it just completely ruins the flavor of the nuts for me. Like, the nuts don't taste that good anymore. I don't like nuts and something sweet like raisins or candy or whatever like they do in trail mixes. I don't like it like that. Like, if I'm going to eat nuts, I want just nuts. I want just the nuts. Like, and I don't even like eating nuts that are mixed together with other nuts. I like eating nuts that are just the same nut. Like, if I'm going to eat peanuts, I'm going to want to eat just peanuts or walnuts or cashews. And I like eating just the same nut by itself. But anyway, that's my little rant on why I don't really care for nut and raisin mix. I just don't like it. It ruins the flavor of the nuts to me. But anyway, we'll go ahead and crack into the FRH here. I think it's pretty well steeped in here long enough, as long as it's going to do. I think it kind of swelled itself into the cardboard sleeve and fused itself. Get it out of the cardboard sleeve and tear open this FRH to the second notch so we can get our main out. Bounce the jar over there a little bit. The Ratatouille dish seems to have gotten fairly decently heated up through. I'm mixing it around. I don't feel no cold spots anywhere on it, so it did its job on that sense. Let's get the bag out and see if the bag survived. I can't tell. maybe. Looks like there's about the same amount of water in there as there was when I left it. The water is not very hot at all. Like, it barely heated the water up. So I guess you could say that that experiment was somewhat of a fail. I'm always trying to find a way to actually make that bag more useful, so that maybe one of these days, if I stumble upon a way to utilize that bag to actually use it for coffee like they kind of intended it to be, I could pass it on to hopefully pass it on to the manufacturers of the FRAs, like Ameriqual or Sapaco or Warnick, so that they could actually put the instructions revised in a sense, so that it actually works. But it did not work. At least that experiment didn't. So let's go ahead and open up the main and see what this dish is like. I have not had this in an MRE, so this is going to be completely new to me. It already smells pretty good. Oh wow! Look at that. Got a nice big heaping portion of the Penne noodles I can see already down in there, and you got, looks like to be some kind of a ground beef or some kind of a meat that they put in there. Let's go ahead and give it a taste and see if it's going to need any salt or maybe even any of the hot sauce. Got peppers in there. I can see the peppers. It shouldn't need no heat if it's got peppers in there. This is like an Italian dish type MRE. Lots of authentic Italian flavor in this one. I can already smell it. Like, it just smells like, it kind of just smells like you walked into an Italian restaurant in a sense. You just smell that wafting odor of like garlic and bread and that very familiar Italian restaurant smell. That's what this smells like. And it definitely has a very good flavor to it. I'm thoroughly impressed with that menu. That's pretty good as it is. It is a tad on the bland side, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little dash of salt into it. And hopefully that'll kind of wake it up a little bit. Not a lot of salt though. I mean, you just want a couple little sprinkles throughout the whole dish. I can see where it would be very easy to overpower this dish with salt. Like, if you went crazy and dumped the rest of your salt in there, you would have probably pretty much ruined the dish. That's pretty good. With even now, I added the salt to it, and it definitely livened it up quite a bit. But there's one thing that it's missing that it needs desperately, and it's going to be that cracker. We're going to get that cracker in there. You got to have a dish like this, I guess. I think a dish like this just definitely needs crackers. I mean, you're not going to go wrong with putting crackers in an MRE dish. And if the menu that you have comes with crackers, probably 75% chance that they're wanting you to put at least one of those crackers in the dish itself to give the dish some extra body. I love putting MRE crackers in my dishes that it comes with. I think that, you know, everybody should put their crackers in their MRE dishes if it's a type of dish that it's appropriate, you know. Oh yeah. You can't go wrong there. That's where it's at. Surprisingly, I don't think I got enough salt in there. I mean, I thought I put enough, but it needs a little extra salt. For my taste anyways. I like a kind of a saltier dish. Might come back to haunt me later on in my ears, I'm sure, but right now we'll just live it up a little bit. Go with a little extra salt. Oh yeah, just right. Well, I think that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish enjoying this MRE menu. Very, very wonderful dish. If there's anybody out there looking for a good MRE dish, you know, definitely give this one a try. It's menu 14 of the current menu lineup, and it's Ratatouille, mixed vegetables, and Penne. I tell you what, it blew my mind. I wasn't expecting this much flavor. Natic Food Labs definitely knocked this one out of the park. This is a home run from Natic Food Labs on this one. Definitely an MRE that I can see the troops fighting each other over. But well, I guess that's about it. The hot sauce, I don't think I'm going to use in this because if I open it up, I'd only be able to put like a drop or two in the whole thing, and I don't feel like it's worth opening it up to just waste most of it. Not how I use any of it. So I'm going to leave the hot sauce out. It's perfectly good just the way it is. Of course, with the crackers and the added salt, it knocks it out of the park. But that's going to be it on this one, guys. We'll don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Be sure and stay tuned. There's going to be a whole lot more military rations to come. And we'll see y'all in the next ration review later.